I'm mesmerized. It's the way. Hey, I just want to let you know that if you love singing but you don't like the sound of your voice, that you are in the right place. I remember when I first started, I had a terrible singing voice. A little embarrassing story. I remember the first cover I ever posted to social media. I was so excited about it, but I looked at the comments. Literally everybody was like, please don't ever sing again. For the love of all things right. But it wasn't until I met a professional singer who was touring at the time, who became my mentor, who showed me some techniques and honestly some secrets that I had never heard before. And that completely changed my voice. Now I'm a professional singer, and I've been able to teach thousands of people in over 100 countries how to sing. A lot of those people were like me when I was first starting, and they felt like they just had a bad voice. They just didn't feel confident in their voice, and now they sound amazing. I know one thing with YouTube is that anybody can come on here in front of a camera and say anything, so I want to prove it to you that you can sing. I made you a free 10-minute singing lesson. The link is in the YouTube description and in the top comment. And if you even hear a tiny improvement after that lesson, then you need to know that you have what it takes to develop an amazing voice. The best way to know if you improved is to record your voice before the lesson, like 20 seconds, go through the lesson and then record 20 seconds after, and then compare those two audios. Singing is something that you will not fail at. I won't let you fail. You can do this, okay? So don't give up on your dream. Hopefully I will see you in that free lesson so you can prove it to yourself. All right, let's get into this reaction. Put some headphones on so you can actually hear the voice with me, and let's do it. And then of course, leave me a comment, join the community. Let everybody know what you thought about this after my reaction. Let's do it. That's correct. Nodes, polyps, permanent damage that can need surgery. Sometimes you want grit and strain though, and you can do that in a healthy way. That's good advice, but I will say that it's so complicated with this diaphragm thing. When coaches used to tell me that when I had a terrible voice and I was just trying to learn, I got so confused. I'm like, the diaphragm? Control it? If you actually like look at the anatomy of it, it's connected to what's called the autonomic nervous system. That's dorky. You don't need to know that to be a good singer. Basically, you can't consciously control the diaphragm. The other thing is that people say sing from the diaphragm, but the diaphragm is completely relaxed on the exhale. And when we sing, we're singing on the exhale. That's why when you're speaking for a long time and you don't breathe, or you're singing for a long time and you don't breathe, and then over time you start to run out of air and you gotta breathe back in, right? Or, you know, a presentation that you feel nervous, you're like kind of out of breath, right? But anyway, you can't actually sing from the diaphragm, but you can learn to get the most efficiency out of your diaphragm by controlling the muscles surrounding it, the abdomen and the obliques, and a couple other muscles that I won't comment on now because the terms don't matter, but I just want to let you know, don't worry about singing from the diaphragm right now. Support is important, and I teach that all the time. It helped change my voice. It's changed so many of my students' voices, but don't get too caught up in, am I singing from my diaphragm, am I not? Because you can't. And look at that snarl. That's bringing in some great nasal resonance. Vowel modifications, gotta love them. Hey, you can't be picking on my boy Jungkook, come on. just getting attacked by all these beautiful high notes right now. It's a little bit more complicated though than just saying strained or support. You can strain depending on the style of the song in moderation and be okay. If the song needs that kind of cry and that kind of like yell, you know, moderation, that can be okay, because I think singing is a lot more nuanced and shouldn't be placed so much in a box of correct, incorrect, when it depends on what sound they're going for, because some might actually like that kind of strained sound better. You don't want to do it all the time, but stylistically in moderation. I like breaking the rules sometimes, you know what I mean? My man's a legend. I love his voice. Yeah, but I like the grit. It's mainly just if you're touring every night, singing with that kind of grit, that's gonna put damage on your voice. We are just getting attacked by these. It's just, here we go. Oh! We're getting attacked, y'all. Yeah! Beautiful. That was a gorgeous belt. You have to agree with me and comment right now. Do you not agree that that was such a gorgeous belt? And I will say, I remember I struggled with this for so long when I was first trying to learn. I remember I would go sing live and I would go up for those high notes and I wouldn't have any support. And I would just strain and strain and strain. And I tried to learn from so many different people. I took from so many different vocal coaches. I surfed YouTube endlessly. And the complicated thing, and if you search YouTube right now, you will find that almost every coach will say something a little bit different. It can be so complicated. One will say sing from the diaphragm, and then, you know, obviously look at the science and you're like, oh, what? But when I actually found the secret and I found what actually works to control the muscles around the diaphragm, to actually give your voice the support it needs, I will tell you, my upper range just opened up and I'm able to sing it consistently and not feel that tension and not damage my voice at all with some pretty high, powerful belts. And when I teach the same pretty simple stuff in Singer, a lot of students will say the exact same thing, which I think is really, really cool, because there is nothing more frustrating than wanting to sing and feeling like you're straining. Something so beautiful as singing should not hurt us or should feel like we're having to strain to get the notes out that we want. And support, done the right way, can fix that. Yeah, I love this guy's voice. I love his voice too, amazing. My man is a legend. Shine are absolute legends. But I'll have to say that again, I like some of the sounds that are coming from the strain. Okay, you can't do that every night. You have to know how to pace yourself as a vocalist. But if you want to break the rules and get an edgier sound, do it. This is art. You know, who's to say right or wrong there? But objectively, yeah, you will hurt your voice if you do that over an extended period of time for too long. Basically, like if you're a touring artist, you need to know. On the record, you can strain a little bit. During shows, on the road, you can't. I'll put it that way. Does that make sense? Jeez, man. Gorgeous belt. Gorgeous. But I like both tones. They were just different. Jeez. We are getting attacked by these. Can you give us a break? Why are you picking on my boy? Look at how far back the mic is! That's insane! But let's see, I stylistically, I love that. Amazing. My man's over there like, ah! Jeez, dude. Jeez. Leave me a comment and let me know if you currently feel like you strain on your high notes. I'm just curious. And then I want to tell you that there is a solution for that. But I also want to tell you, do not worry if you're just kind of dabbling and you haven't committed to anything yet that can really actually teach you. But maybe you're just kind of looking on YouTube and checking out different tips, or you see some YouTube ads. It's okay to be confused, because I was just as confused. There's so much confusing information out there. So I want to tell you that it is not your fault if you feel like you've kind of looked into support and you just feel confused. Because I don't know anybody who would look up breath support on YouTube and look at videos that say different things and not be confused as well. You know, with all the different like jargon too, it's very complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated. I just want to let you know that. And I also wanted to tell you that don't worry, if you feel confused, don't worry, anybody would. Okay, but we can make it simple. For those interested in singing, I want to clarify a few things. You might be wondering, what the heck is on the screen over here? And that is a singing program called Singer. That's exactly what my community uses to learn to sing. Now, I want you to imagine what it's going to feel like when you have your dream voice. You might be thinking that you can't get that voice because it's going to take way too long and you're busy, you don't have time for that, because maybe you think you don't have a natural singing voice. That is totally reasonable. That's actually exactly what I first thought when I was starting. But I will tell you that every successful member on Singer who developed a great voice, at first, they were super doubtful about their voice. Singer is broken down into phases to make something complex like learning to sing easy and fun. And almost everyone in my community says that when they get through phase 1, they hear a drastic improvement in their voice. Phase 1 has 4 singing lessons in it. So let's say that you do a lesson a day. Well, that's 4 days. So I don't know what your version of a time commitment is, but for me, if I can hear an improvement in 4 days, like a serious improvement, that's pretty good. The next thing you might be thinking is that it's just gonna be way too expensive to learn. And to be honest, it kind of is for all of the other options like one-on-one lessons and other expensive courses that have these little hidden monthly fees attached in there. But with Singer, you can get started for free with that free lesson. And if you wanna upgrade to the full product, the plans are super affordable and it's all a one-time fee. You don't wanna be paying ongoing monthly for this. You want an affordable price that you pay one time and then you get access to everything everything for life. You might be thinking that learning online won't work, and I totally get that, but our community actually prefers online. If you need personal help while you're going through the lessons on Singer, or maybe you just want some feedback on your voice, or you want to meet some friends or meet people you can collaborate with, you can join the Singer community. Now, in that community, there's over 1,000 singers from all around the world who will mentor you, who will help you, who could also even become lifelong friends because you know that you share that similar interest. And as far as learning through the online lessons, I recommend that you check out the success stories page on the site. It's different reviews from singers who have gone through the program. You can hear befores and afters. There is no reason why you can't do it. I think the only thing that's stopping you is just having a structured approach. You know, searching through YouTube all the time, there's not that structured approach. So I think by you having this structured approach, where you know what you're doing, you just log in, do your lesson, ask your question in the community, and then the next day you do the next lesson, that's when you're really going to improve day by day. You're gonna have a completely changed voice. You're gonna be like, what the heck happened? All right, so much love for you. Don't ever give up on your dreams. Hopefully I will see you inside the Singer community. I'd love to welcome you into that.